while philosophers contemplated what is reality. Scientists, on the other hand, are more focused on what is reality made of. We have seen that quantum fields are fundamental for this ultimate reality. Scientists seek to find a theory of everything, like a holy grail of modern science, that will one day unite all these fields into a single, unified, fundamental field. This fundamental field, uniting everything, would represent the deepest level of reality. We have seen that building blocks of reality are not particles, but quantum fields. And particles arise from these fields. Therefore, material objects are no longer considered objects in space, but a property of space itself. But what exactly is space? Space isn't what you think it is. A fundamental discovery has proven that we do not live in a three-dimensional space, but in four dimensions of space-time. Space-time fuses three dimensions of space and one dimension of time into a single, four-dimensional fabric. Why do we need space-time? Why are space and time separately, not reality? In classical physics, space and time were considered independent of each other and absolute aspects of objective reality. However, Albert Einstein had the most revolutionary idea about time. Depending on the speed of the observer, time runs at different rates. When traveling at the speed of light, time fully stops, and time flows the fastest when not moving through space. Because of this profound link between space and time, the more of one means less of the other. Therefore, space and time are not separate and independent of each other. Albert Einstein also proved that the universe has a speed limit. This cosmic speed limit is commonly known as the speed of light. By fusing space and time together into a single fabric, it can be stretched and bent, resulting in time dilation and space contraction, which maintains the speed of light constant. This is the maximum speed of travel in the universe for any form of energy. Gravitational waves or information. In conclusion, every location in space and each moment in time, including all past and future, is part of one single fabric called space-time. Einstein also realized that massive objects cause distortion in space-time. In his general theory of relativity, Einstein was able to describe gravity as the bending of space-time geometry. The idea of this theory is briefly summarized by John Wheeler. Space tells matter how to move. And matter tells space how to curve. The way matter tells space how to curve is expressed in the Einstein's gravitational field equations. Where G is the Einstein tensor, expressing the curvature of space-time in response to the presence of matter. And T is the energy-momentum tensor of matter, the source of gravity. This theory of general relativity is not the ultimate theory of space-time. And shortly after formulating it, Albert Einstein introduced the idea of torsion. In this new theory, called teleparallel gravity, torsion, instead of curvature, represents the gravitational field. However, this is not the only way to describe gravity in terms of torsion. Another possibility is the Einstein-Cartan theory. In this theory, space-time presents both curvature and torsion. This theory coincides with general relativity at the macroscopic scale, where there is no spin. However, at the microscopic scale, where spins are relevant, it differs from general relativity. The importance of Einstein-Cartan theory and why it matters is briefly described. In conclusion, Einstein-Cartan theory better qualifies as a consistent theory of gravity by including torsion as a fundamental field. Einstein's theory of general relativity predicts that gravitational collapse can form black holes. In the Einstein-Cartan theory, instead, the collapse forms bridges through space-time, called Einstein-Rosen bridges, or wormholes. While many may think that wormholes serve as timed machines, or as teleportation gateways for space travel using exotic materials, wormholes actually allow quantum information to pass through. Such information transfer can happen in certain conditions. From the torsion field to the human brain.
Einstein has talked about it. He says that there's a torsion area beyond our mind, and the ideas come from the torsion area. And when it comes from torsion area, the scientist can work it out, they can find out. They should not live only on the rational plane. They can verify it. They should research it. He himself said that the theory of relativity dawned upon him from the torsion area. Scientists get their ideas from the torsion area. So we have to enter into that torsion area.
The quantum revolution has undermined the solid nature of reality, revealing the pathway to higher brain functions. Are human brains wormholes? Are they communicating with brains everywhere? Can we actually use this wormhole to go beyond illusion?